What's up, guys? It's Gigi.
It's Haas. Today we will be reporting news on
On 10 things that will make your relationship successful.
I
Boom.
guess.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
But this is what works for us in our relationship. Everybody's different. Everybody can have their own opinion, but this is just what works for us.
But guys, we're just gonna have fun with this one. This is nothing serious. It's Gigi and Haas giving some relationship advice.
So I'm gonna give 5 and Hassan's gonna give 5. We're just gonna go 1 and 1. Go back and forth.
And just talk about it.
Yeah. We're gonna
And feel
see.
free to comment. Let's have a conversation down in the comment below. Should be fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first one I have is ask, don't assume.
Ask, don't assume.
Because when you assume things, you're kind of like accusing the other person.
Sure.
Like, let's say like, I'm gonna say like, oh, why did you do this? And you'll be like, how do you know I did that? Why don't
Listen,
you ask first?
I think the worst sometimes because somebody always has to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
he's just like a very factual person. Like, he needs to back himself up with facts. So if he's like, or even like anything else, if you don't back yourself up with facts, he's not gonna believe you.
yeah, you know. You never like every relationship's different, but fellas, if you ever think your girl's lying to you, like just hear the sentence, right? And you'll just be like, that crap doesn't make sense. All right, I'm just gonna grab one. The number one thing that I think is important is patience. Patience. I got no patience. I can admit that. I don't. I like things on my time. Example, I want to shoot this video 30 minutes before. I'm like, why?
Okay, he's lying. He took a little nap before this too.
I did.
But you know what? Patience is important because, for example, Hassan like runs things at his own time. So he's like, babe, you need to be here at this time. Like, I'm a very like on time kind of guy. So I had to work on that, but then he knows that like.
Let's take a pause here.
What?
2 years ago, she would be horrible.
3.
Horrible. I'm talking about I should
Time
have
management.
just left her and went to dinner by myself.
I
She would come in the door and start crying, right? Oh, I'm just like, bro, like, I just be here on time. You know
I
what I'm
still
saying?
kind of do that sometimes.
But I don't say nothing no
Yeah,
more.
he's
She
not
comes in freaking out now.
Yeah, he's kind of better because he's like, you know what? I know how you are already, so I'm just gonna be
But
quiet.
I'm gonna leave her one day so she understand and
No,
recognize.
he won't do that.
Recognizes real. She gonna understand one day. But guys, patience is so key. I think it's more of understanding that you can't always be in like control.
You can't always be in control of somebody else's time, you know?
Yeah.
Like you.
But you could
say-
try to help the
Yeah.
other person. Be like, hey, this time.
He does do that. He would tell me like, hey, if you do this before this, then you'll have time to get like to
Yeah,
where you
she
have
wants
to
to wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
I'm
a
saying?
procrastinator.
Oh God.
But it's okay. We're still working on it. It's an obvious one, but communication.
Communication.
It's something that every couple still works on. It was really tough for me in the beginning because I'm very quiet and Hassan's more like talking about like trying to get me to talk about my feelings and like trying to have us to converse.
Call me
and
Dr.
stuff.
Phil.
Basically, Dr. Haas.
Dr. Haas.
So it's really important to communicate. That's just how you guys grow and like you guys are open-minded about different things.
I think the worst, because she's done it, is she's just super quiet, and then I feel like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
And then if she never understood that by her holding on to her feelings, it's kind of like a defense mechanism, and it's not helping her to release. You know what I'm saying? Because one, she might think that I'm gonna get mad. Two, she thinks I might get disappointed. But at the same time, I think if you have like that communication, like all things are thrown at you, but at the same time you're like, oh wow, like I guess I really need to hear her, right? I think like I kind of understood that within our relationship, is that if she communicates, I'm like, oh okay, like this is what I gotta work on, and like it's also her feelings involved. So yeah, I think the communication.
I just think it's also important because you have to see the other person's point of view of something. Because like obviously he's a guy and I'm a girl, so I see the point of view in a different way than
And
he
then
does.
going off of the next relationship, what were we, number 4? Communicating that sometimes I need some space, bro. Like, be easy, be like, whoa. Like,
I give you space.
like space.
I give you like
So I did,
space.
like for example, like I want to go out by myself, I go out by myself. I want to go out with my guys, I go out with my guys. If she want to go out with her girls, she go out with her girls. There could be no jealousy. And then the thing is just space, bro. Just leave me alone.
Our thing is like, if he's gonna go out, I will just be like, okay, I'm not gonna text you while you're out because this is your time. Like, we're not together. This is your free time with your boys or whatever. You're by yourself. You can just tell me when you get home.
And I don't want to text her all day.
Yeah, that's just too much. I don't even like texting him all day.
Wait, but let's be honest. You definitely have those times where you used to text other people and you used to text them all day. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you up to? I think that's the most overplayed text message ever.
Yeah, that's a lot. We'd rather just like wait until the end of the day, or he'll call me while I'm at work in the middle of the
No,
day.
she don't. The
And I
guys.
don't even like it.
She doesn't like me calling her at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when
Sometimes I'm busy.
I'm just trying to say I hope you're having a good day.
Yes. I appreciate it.
No, you
and I
don't. No,
say
you
it.
don't. She always
Sometimes.
wants me to hang out. You see?
Sometimes I'll be on my lunch break.
No.
Okay, but I just need to know something back to communication. We do not go to bed angry at each other. So we always end the night if we're having like a dispute or a little argument. We do not like to go to bed upset. The only time I'll go to bed after like an argument is if I really knock out, if I'm going to sleep. So we always have to talk it out before we go to sleep, because like who can actually sleep, you know, being angry at each other, you know? So that's a big one. Values and compromising. So it's hard to be with someone who doesn't have the same like values as you, because you guys are like in different levels of like in your mentality and like what you guys value. So you guys have to kind of be on the same boat.
I think that's very important. I think for men and women, I think the thing that's misunderstood is that sometimes you're not thinking about your family's values. Like before, like I told her like my expectations, because I come from a good family, values, Portuguese family, we're very traditional, and I just know like what I'm bringing towards the relationship. So values equals like what you're bringing forward. Because let's just say if you have a baby together or whatever, you just got to know what your family's going to provide, what you're going to provide, what you bring to the table. And if someone is not willing to learn your traditions and stuff like that and be proud of the culture that you're from, respectfully, you don't belong to me. You know, and it's vice versa, and it goes back to back, because if I'm like disrespecting and I'm not learning about the other one's values, and the values then going into the tradition, it's the communication is going to be off, and then it's kind of like trying to prove to the family that okay, I'm here, I'm a good person and stuff like that. So I think that's very important. But that's important.
I
though.
guess he likes me. I mean, we're still together, so I don't know if like your
I
family
don't know.
likes me. But
But no, guys, I just think it's important to just know like your values, because you can't lose that in a relationship. You know.
And obviously, like we come from like different backgrounds and stuff, so what he does with his family is like completely different from what I do with mine. So that's just something that we both had to learn from each other's sides. Like for me, they're like very time management, and for me, I'm Hispanic, so we're always late. So that's just something that like, you know, those little things.
It's not easy. It's not easy either. You know what I'm saying? It's
We're
quite
still learning,
it's quite difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like like in my tradition, you know, sometimes the female gotta pour the food.
I mean, we do that too.
You do that too, but like certain things, you know. But like, no, I don't hold it to that.
Yeah,
but
you
you started learning
sometimes.
the saying might not always be true, but she's not my wife, but I'm just saying what it is. A happy wife equals a happy life. But let's dive deep into what that means. I think motivation in today's society is key. For example, like, you know, let's just go, it could be an income, goals, or something like that. For motivation, I always make sure that she is going to accomplish everything that she has to do. And in return, you know, like I do things that, you know, try to make her happy and always push her to be the best woman that she could be, you know, because sometimes it's not always about like, oh, you do that to make me happy, do this and that. I was like, I think that's way beyond. I think that's already should be a standard, but I think that I have to do everything in my ability to push her and motivate her to be the best that she could be and break her limits. I'm hard as hell on her.
I think he's hard as hell on anybody because he just wants everybody to succeed.
That's just love, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hard on her. Sometimes she has times where she'll break down and it's not. But my mama always taught me tough love is the best love. And if I don't expect the best from my partner, then
I think it just also has to do with like support as well.
Yeah.
You know, they both tie in. But okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So you don't motivate me? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I just feel like sometimes
She's my backbone.
Sometimes I'm there for him, like I'm supportive, but I feel like sometimes I don't need to motivate him because he's just he has such a strong personality that he does that
Oh, I
himself.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pat on the back.
You're welcome.
Pat on the back.
The next one I have, which is number 4 on my side. Think before you speak sometimes. Sometimes you say things impulsively.
Yeah.
Like, not saying like only just
Oh
him,
no,
like
I
me
do.
too.
Oh yeah, I do.
Those are things that like we obviously
She
work
dropped my
on.
blood pressure high.
Because sometimes like you say things like, and like you don't think about like, oh my god, like why did I say that? Or like I didn't even mean that. Like why did I even say that? Just like to see a reaction, you know? And that's not
But
not
it's
right.
so tough because you guys get
'Cause
so
we're-
comfortable
yeah.
that we just like to stir the pot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You guys, fellas, listen to this. This is how I do, and I'm gonna tell you how to keep a girl happy. You gotta do random surprises, and you gotta keep it funky. When she tell you to buy flowers, you don't buy flowers. You're gonna do it at your own time. She always wants me to get her flowers for a specific time. I say no.
Specific
What's that
time.
song? You gotta do surprises. I think that is the art of, you know, being in a relationship, falling in love, whatever you want to call it. Is surprising the other person when they least expect it. You know, I think relationships get boring when it's like, oh my god, this is coming. Oh my god, this is coming. Oh my god, I need a gift. Oh my god, I need this. I'm like, okay, let's skip this season. Let's try to do something else the next day. And you always just gotta keep it like cool. I think.
And fun.
Yeah. I think in the beginning of a relationship, I always said like, you know, I don't like following traditional things, but it's always important to like keep each other like not spoiled, but more of a sense that gratitude. You know, when I'm thinking about her, sometimes I do that.
Or things are just like a mystery.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be mandatory. You get what I'm
Like
saying?
we're not, for example, like we're not really big on like Valentine's Day. I told him, hey, like you want to go like try a new dessert place or something. We're not too big on that. We're more on like our birthdays, like do something special.
Yeah. So I think finding the balance and not being
But
so
again,
practical.
Yeah, but again, every couple's different.
Yeah.
Some people might like be really into like those holidays and stuff, but like again, it just depends on the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Financial goals. If your goals don't align and you guys don't know where you guys are going financially, I think that is the hardest topic, and you can search up statistics. You know, sometimes I listen to the radio. They always say finances are always the hardest thing to talk about. For me, I think it should be the easiest thing to talk about. 1, let's grow together. 2, what can we do? Can we build businesses? What do we got? Because I mean, like, if you can't really talk about those things, to be honest, like, we're not meant to be. You know, we gotta invest in each other. You know, I'm not trying to be broke. I'm trying to invest. I gotta make sure my kids, when I invest in business and stuff like that, they're gonna be good. So that's all.
And that doesn't have to mean like you have to know what, like exactly what you want at that moment. Like you guys can work on that together.
Planning.
Like, as long as like there's like one person like really motivating the other that doesn't really know what they're doing, that's fine. Like as long as you guys are working with that, like towards that together.
Like I'm trying to motivate her more into business, finance, because that's my background.
I don't really understand.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's you gotta find the equilibrium, you know what I mean? But when you're motivating your other partner, saying, okay, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you know, you're like, all right, what's the plan, what's this and this, that, then I think it really becomes easier instead of saying like, oh no, I don't think you should do that, or I don't think you do that. Who are you to say that I can't do something? You know what I'm saying? The last one,
the one that I have is respect.
Respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Wait, you're singing the same thing that I said.
Yeah, I know. This is
Respect,
how you know.
respect.
We're different, but we're meant to be.
Sure.
Oh. Okay, anyway, so guys.
Space, please.
Okay. Anyways, guys, respect is a big thing that I think is important in any relationship, but it's important, very important for us. It has to do with anything in general. If you don't respect like me as a person, my values, then I can't respect what you think about anything else. Like, we have to come together. Like, you have to respect how I feel, and obviously like everybody's like a different person, so you have different opinions, but that's where you have to lay things on the table.
What a lot of people get confused is they associate like how you treat a person with disrespect, but like sometimes it's just like, I don't know, it's hard. It could be just like your opinions, you know what I'm saying? Opinions
like how you are as a person.
Yeah, how you are as a person.
Doesn't mean you're a bad person.
You might lash out and you might say something wrong. Doesn't mean you're disrespecting. Disrespecting could be like to the worst of things, that just doing the worst to your woman, doing the worst to your man. And I think it's like the root. You get what I'm saying? If you respect your person, you do certain things. If you don't, if you feel like you're not respecting your partner, then you just gotta be real with yourself. You know what I mean? If you're not respecting your person, that means you don't respect yourself. You know. But guys, that's just a little things about us, how we view things, relationship advice. We're not perfect. You shouldn't be perfect.
Every relationship functions differently, but this is again just what works for us. But we do like doing these sit down videos, and I do like posting the little polls, and I really thank everybody who voted.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
I think I'm going to be doing that more often, just so I can have like more of your guys' opinions. We do love doing the challenges, but we also like want to do sit down videos so you guys can get to know us a little bit.
Yes, we got so much for you guys besides the challenges.
So let us know down in the comments what else you guys want to see from us, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel dumb.
Like,
comment,
and
subscribe.
Ching.